Hey, shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. Ishabel Chanak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakha Kwadash. And it's going to be an in-transit lesson. Give me a second. I want to put my phone on airplane so nobody call me. This is going to be an in-transit lesson. Pretty much, I'm just going to roll in the spirit on this one. I was just kind of meditating upon a particular thought that I was pondering upon, just thinking about ultimately prophecy. Just thinking about prophecy and the coming days ahead. I had a conversation which he happened to be a small hat, but I was trying to figure out, what he was, but the spirit revealed he was a small hat, and flying under the radar, but doing good in this society, doing real good in this society. And you got a lot of Edomites, with the small hats, Amalek. They're all part of that same ilk, that same tribe, nation, if you will. But you got a lot. The point is, you got a lot of people doing good. I'm not going to go, deep into the conversation, but this gentleman was doing real good, and he had hopes and expectation. He kind of opened up. It started. I don't know how it started, but we start talking about digital currencies coming in. He knows about the digital currency. He said, oh yeah, hopefully when it doesn't get programmable. So he knows something. Then he opened up and said that he's a prepper. This is all from, just small talk, and then just opening up. He started telling me about all the properties that he has, how he has a bunker. This is just a regular, you would think this is just a regular Edomite. He got off the grid solar panels, okay? But he was telling me about his rental properties, how he has all type of rental properties, trying to make it big. So he understands that he knows about the Illuminati. He knows all that, because we said a lot without saying a lot, because we're in a professional business setting, right? And, just checking each other out, throwing small questions, and then he'll ask me certain questions, and I'll answer. I'll give him just enough, and he'll kind of like freak out. He's like, hey man, you don't look like, my slave man. You don't look like that, that type of, I met many black guys. He started talking about the reparation thing. And so he knows a little bit. Me saying all that, the point that I want to, what that conversation sparked my mind is how these people who hold a lot of wealth in this society are getting ready to lose. Okay, they're getting ready to lose. He very well knows what's getting ready to come down the pike, but he doesn't fully get it. He doesn't fully get how bad it's going to be. He's scared, but at this point, there's nothing that you can do. So there's a lot of Edomites out there like that. Jake don't know what the hell is going on. We can't even say about Jake, when I say Jake, Jacob, mainly the Southern Kingdom, they don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, I want to pull a scripture. But, from that conversation, I was just kind of pondering upon a couple of things, because the scriptures say a spiritual man judgeth all things. And he somewhat knows, he's somewhat in the know, but he doesn't really know. See, we really know what it is. We really know what's coming down the pike, if you will. Give me a sec. Like I said, I'm driving, so let me just pull up the script. I want to get Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. These people are getting ready to lose big. He's talking about, he's bringing in bank. And he said his hope is to be bringing in 250,000 liquid. And he's bringing in shit from just what he was telling me. What was he telling me? At least 40K liquid, something like that, around something like 40K liquid just by himself. And of course he's not telling me everything. But when I was thinking about that, how he was putting all his his faith in the money, thinking that will be a hedge. He doesn't understand that you people are getting ready to lose it all. And he knows about the programmable money. He knows that he's going to be pretty much FUCK, but he's still on that paper chase, and that's Amalek, and he's a low level. Okay, so let me bring this out. It just got me thinking how these people who even the Israelites, there's certain Israelites. I know some Israelites. They doing good. They making money outside of the celebrities and the athletes. That's why those celebrities and athletes, they gonna take that mark, because they live a certain lifestyle. They don't want to lose that lifestyle. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. This is directed towards us Israelites, okay? First the men, right? And then of course the woman, you got a few sisters that believe, right? But this is mainly speaking to the man. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, okay? While the evil days come not, right? We're not necessarily in the evil days. You can, generally do pretty much anything you kind of wanted to do, especially if you have the financial means, right? You can pretty much do what you want. You can pretty much eat what you want. You can, you can do what you want. We're not fully in the evil day now. It's evil out there. You might get, drive-by shooting, depending where you at, mass shooting. It goes down like that here in Babylon. You never know. But for the most part, we're not really in that evil day. We see the evil day. Well, the scriptures do say that the redeeming the times for the days are evil, but it's going to get eviler, if that's the word, right? It's going to get more evil, okay? Which is going to go and explain really what the evil day is really synonymous with, which we know is Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, the RFID microprocessor, the M chip, okay? Nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah, because you're old. You lived your life already. And while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened. Now the day of the Lord is synonymous with the sun and the moon and the stars being darkened, which that's twofold, because you're going to actually have Yahweh Shai and the angels come, and they're going to pretty much fill the sky. They're going to block out, like a solar eclipse or lunar eclipse, they're going to block out the lights, and they're going to be the light. Okay, but also, while this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is synonymous with the sun, the moon, the stars, this truth, all right, while it's still daytime, if you will, while you can turn on the video, you can study, you can read the scriptures, you can get the breakdowns, you can pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, okay? You can do all those things, okay? Be not darkened. It's not darkened at this particular moment, all right? You still have opportunity, right? The scriptures say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, all right? So people like that gentleman, which he do, you would never know, but you know what got him was when I was like, man, who was this dude? I started, probing around. He was just talking about how he loves finance. He's into finance. He just loved, working with money. I was like, oh, that's a small hat right there. Because he didn't have, I had his business card. He didn't have a small hat name. Those crypto Jews, you gotta watch out for those crypto Jews. They come under, they change their names, generations back to fly under the radar. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of crypto Jews out there. I deal with them all the time, actually. Okay? But this dude, he was a crypto Jew, but he made bank. He made money. And his hope, because he's winning. He couldn't be Jake. Because, Amalek, they live amongst Jake, and they'll study Jake, and they'll kind of have certain flares to him. You see what I'm saying? Relatable in a lot of different aspects. Especially when it comes to, real world things, logic. You could put it like this. You can literally have a productive conversation with Esau. You could on a certain level. The level that we went to which he was bugged out because I went there. I went there with him. He didn't know that. You know, I went there with him, and he was like, oh, wow. He started opening up more. You can go, you can have a decent conversation, what they call a deep conversation with Esau when it comes to, you know, politics, you know, where the country is going, you know, the paradigm, the left-right paradigm. You know, you could talk about, he wanted to know about how I feel about, you know, the reparations and this and that. And I gave him an answer, and he bugged out. He's like, oh man, wow, see? Yeah, I knew it. You know, we were agreeing with each other on certain aspects. But of course, you know, you give a little, you give a little, you get a little. But see, they don't understand the full. Hey, it's a beautiful thing with us waking up to this knowledge, this truth. Because we're literally enlightened. Okay? Nor the clouds return after the rain, right, when it's not dark and gloomy, because when everything is darkened, everybody's going to be in a state of perplexity. Everybody except the elect. That's why the scriptures, you know, liken the elect to being lights, or having, you know, their candles lit, having that oil, which you're the so-called lantern, if you will, right? The 10 virgins, 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. Lord's well, we are of that wise, those wise virgins that took oils with their lamp. So we're the lamp. And in that time of chaos, in that time of trouble, when the sun and the moon and the stars are darkened, okay, while the truth is not being broadcast on the internet, why it is not day, we're going to be that light, and people are going to see it. Isaiah the 13th chapter, I shall make a man more precious than fine gold, even of the golden wedge of Ophir. This scripture is coming to pass more and more. Just because during that time, people are going to know by your conversation, by your gait, by your mannerism. Okay? Just by, you know, a few things, you can, oh, who's this dude? What is this dude talking about? And he's like, oh man, you know, he found me, you know, intriguing. Okay? This is what's going to be happening during that time. All right. Oh, the Most High is going to put the spirit on certain people that we meet, that is going to help you during that time. Okay. It's going, the Lord, you know, as the so-called Christians, they say the Lord works in mysterious ways. Okay. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Yeah. You're going to have these economists. You're going to have these government officials. You're going to have these people that actually maintain and operate society, these finance guys. They're going to tremble. These guys with money. Or let me finish the next verse, or the next part. And the strong men bow themselves. These mighty men, okay, physically and economically as well, they're going to bow themselves. They're not going to believe it, because when the programmable money topic got pushed, because I said, he was like, oh man, you know, when they bring the programmable money, I was like, well, yeah, they're going to bring it. He's like, yeah, I know, but hopefully, you know, they're not going to. I'm like, what you mean hopefully they're not going to bring it? They are going to bring it. Yeah, if. I was like, it's not a matter of if. And he was just like, man, he started thinking, and then he started talking about his children. You know, the children are not ready. You see what I'm saying? They gonna bug the hell out, because they're like, damn, all this so-called sea theory is all coming to pass. And he was like, oh yeah, but the majority of the people, they don't see it, they can't. I'm like, yeah, they can't see it. Okay, a lot of people are going to get taken off guard, but even those who do or are in the know, it's still going to happen, and they're gonna bug out. Okay, especially if you hold. The point is, especially if you hold a lot of wealth in this society. If you want to keep that wealth, if this man, he want to keep all that money coming in. He was talking about his Airbnbs. He's talking about his properties. He was talking about all the money that was coming in. If you want to keep that money, right? That's why it's really that prayer in Proverbs, the 30th chapter, is really a prayer. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Now, certain brothers can have more money than others. It's not going to, you know, really bother their spirit like that. That's just how the Most High built it. But other brothers, all right, they can get a lot of money and lose their mind. Now, ultimately, the Most High ain't gonna give you, $20 million, $30 million, $100 million. Maybe he will, I don't know. But more than likely it's not, because that's going to be a snare unto you. So we want just enough, because with that mindset, where's our mind? Our mind is really, was that Matthew 6, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. All right, the Lord also told his disciples how to pray. Our daily bread. You see what I'm saying? So that's what do you think the us circling around in the wilderness for 40 years was about? Was getting our mind, really, it was all about faith. Understanding that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High, man shall live. Get in that. It's the same thing going on now. Okay? Understanding that it's the Most High that takes care of us. Not your job, not your financial well-being, not your bank account. All right, because the Most High, he can crush your bank account. All right, he can take that the little pennies that you got in there. Maybe you got 50,000. Maybe you got 100K, 120. You got a little cushion. You got a little cushy job. The Most High, he can do away with that. And then what? Is your faith going to waver? Is it going to shake? Is your foundation built on a rock, or is it built on sand? All right, that's for the believers. All right, so our faith is being built up upon a rock. Yahweh Shai, understanding that things are getting ready to change. To hell this so-called money. Even if you had gold, you had silver. Even if you had $300,000, you think that's okay, I got 300,000. I can maybe I can sit on that. I can live under my means. Well, everything's about to go programmable money. So regardless, we're all going to use the digital currency. I might have said this in a lesson, a while back, but recently I heard the Apostle Tahar, going into it, because there's, I guess there was a comment, can we use the programmable money? Can we use the digital currency? Is that the MOTB? No, that's not the MOTB. Everybody is going to use that digital currency. We're coming into a time where everybody in the earth is going to use digital currency. There will be no more dollars. Get that in your mind. So what do you other Israelite groups, what you going to say then? I want to see, they're going to spin it somehow, some way. They're going to spin it. Okay? Somehow, some way. Hey, the internet might go out. You see what I'm saying? Or you just out there with no counsel. The scriptures talk about that, how they should go wander from the east to the west. Basically try to seek the word of the Lord. Okay, but we're all going to use digital currency. So yeah, that's not a sin to use digital currency. We're coming into that time. We're coming into a different moment. All right, we're literally at the very end. Okay, so all these people that have all this cash flow, you're gonna have to tap into that system, and likewise us as well. We're gonna have to tap into that system too. But what we cut the line off at, all right, if that's the phrase, or where we push the brakes, is when he says no. It's mandatory for you to put that inside your body. That technology that we got in your phone, okay, where you got your digital ID, you got your credits, your Fed Now, or whatever coin they have, okay, or if it's a one CBDC, or is it multiple CBDCs, or if it's the same system, whatever it may be, okay, because you're gonna have to pay bills. Look, we're gonna have to use it, but we're not going to take it, or we're not going to use it when he said, okay, enough of that, you got to put it in your body. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. And a lot of people who are in this system that are building up their nest egg, right? You got people that are building up their nest egg. Maybe they might not have a lot of money, but their hopes is to have a lot of money, their dream. Let's continue to read. I'm doing a little bit too much rambling, Salakia. And the doors shall be shut in the street. There will be no more jobs. Okay, automation is taking over. Okay, robots. Yeah, we're there. Okay, that's why these elites, these talking heads, what are they? Elon Musk, Bill Gates, guys like that. Okay, Yuval Noah Harari. You got people that are futurists. Okay, that look into the future and say, okay, I believe this is going to happen. Well, these are all insiders. Or they show you that in their movie, their predictive programming, about how robots take over, these jobs, and everybody's strapped to a VR headset, living in virtual reality. Okay, you got Meta, which is not going to be necessarily, the movies is the movies, but that's somewhat a look into how they want society. Okay? And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. There's going to be no job. Like I said, the automation. Okay, we're already in an economic downturn. Now, I believe, whether Biden is going to be in there to the end, the full term, or Biden might drop dead, and they might throw in Kamala for the last, 4 or 5 months, 3 months, whatever. Chaos, bring Trump in there. The Republicans are going to win. Then you're going to have a boom. You might have a boom in the economy, or we might be going digital, where the digital is going to boom the economy. We'll see. Because everything's a boom and a bust. Okay, everything's a boom and a bust. You bust and then you boom. You boom and then you bust. Okay, financial terms. Meaning the markets are going to go up and then the markets are going to go down. And they're going to fluctuate. All right, and that's how they take you Americans for a joyride. Okay, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. Okay. It says, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. These entertainers, they're already being brought low. Okay, money is not coming in like it used to. Only the top entertainers that you see on a daily basis, right? Those are the top Satanists. Okay, literally, Shaq, Kevin Hart, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and then these new artists. See what I'm saying? Rihanna. These top actors, they're all tied in, they're all juiced in to the wicked elite, that cult. And then you got, less, A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities, that all follow suit as well. And, they get a piece of the pie too. But it's not a lot of them. That's the point. And even then, like we found out in 2020, these celebrities, they was doing bad. They needed that money. All right, because they live a certain lifestyle. So of course they gonna take it. This is all. It's like every video we're going into the MOTB. So you Israelites are, you're extremely well informed. All right, you're extremely well informed what this technology is going to be. Because we're getting ready to go to a digital currency, and Amalek, he knew, the crypto Jew, he knew he makes bags, and he's low level. But see, there's a lot of people, especially Esau, that's flying under the radar. And what he said, when we gonna rise up? That's why I got my guns. I'm well trained. When are we gonna come together like-minded people like you, like me, and take back our country? You see what I'm saying? So he's still believing that Constitution. You're gonna have these militias. They gonna be Esau that got 4 or 5 different properties. That do Airbnb. He said he said he had 2 Airbnbs, both bringing in 30, 40K a month. And then just talking about how he just loved money. His woman's in finance too. All right, those are small hats. They winning. But the scriptures say what? He called of all. He called of all, both small and great, rich and poor. Okay? So even these lower level Edomites, Amalek, these crypto Jews, even they had to take the juicy pie. A lot of them did, a lot of them didn't. Some that are in the know, a lot that are not. Okay? Esau, he wants everybody. If you're not part of that elite banking family, he's saying to hell with you. Either you're gonna be in my system, or we gonna cut you off, and you're gonna die eventually. Okay? And the doors shall be shut. I read that. Verse 5. Also, when they shall be afraid. Okay, no, that's it. Let me go to that's it on that. These people that hold Let me get this scripture. Riches profit not. Okay, Proverbs 11:4. Riches. Oh, let me see something. Verse 3: the integrity of the upright shall guide them. See, not how much money you have in this. Money. That's going to be a new. Money is not going to be in the forefront of everybody's mind in the new system to come when they crash this bitch. It's going to be survival. Okay. It's going to be eating. It's going to be the wisdom and knowledge of how to maneuver, how to move, what to do, what not to do. Okay, ultimately holding your integrity. Because if you're wicked, you got a target on your back. The Most High is going to get you eventually. You're going to get hit by the missiles. Right? As the day of the Lord, as you ran from a lion and a bear met you, and then you fled from a bear and then a serpent bit you. Ultimately, you're not going to escape if you're wicked. Whether you take it or not. Because you're going to have a lot of Edomites that are not going to take it because they're going to know what it is. Some are just going to give in because, hey, they want to live, right? But see, the integrity of the upright shall guide them. The spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai is going to guide us through these times, even guiding us now. That's part of our prayers. Okay, also lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Okay, what do you think these people's prayers are? Number one, they're praying to false gods. Jesus Christ ain't gonna save them. All right, a lot of people, they gonna run from them churches. Okay, they gonna be mad and angry at them at these pastors. But the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. See, we read that again. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. So it don't matter how you jakes, especially. I'm speaking to brothers in the truth. You ain't got no money. Okay, you living paycheck to paycheck. You ain't got no money. So it's almost like the Most High already, he set it up to where all we got is faith. Okay, all we got is our integrity, our uprightness, our faith in Yahweh Shemal Shai, which that's the highest level commodity. Okay, the Most High is dealing with the poor. He's not dealing with the rich. Mind you, we're going to receive all the riches later. Okay, you have to be a man of understanding. Okay, you have to understand that it's all about the kingdom of heaven. It's all about being part of the first fruits, inheriting the earth. Okay, not working hard at a 9 to 5 to hopefully, you have some comfortability, you have some security. And mind you, on security, these women are gonna bug the hell out, because the woman, she's all about security. That's her nature. Okay, but you being a lawyer, you being a nursing assistant or a nurse, you being none of these skills are going to help you. You being an office assistant, you being a nail tech, you an Instagram influencer. How the hell is that going to help you when all hell break loose? Or what kind of skills do you have? You can't even boil water. But that's another story for that's another lesson for a different day. Okay. Ultimately, riches are not going to profit you. These people that really is going to be a snare unto you, because you want to keep those riches. When you actually get a lot of money, what's your mindset? When you get a lot of money is, how can I get more? Because you see how that money that you have, it opens up a whole new world. So you like, shit, I want more. And I don't want to lose this money, because I got to spend it. If you got money, you're going to want to spend it. Like in the kingdom, we going to have money, but we gonna actually be dealing on a whole, like the elites. We going to be dealing, which we're going to be the elites. Lord's will, we are that number. We pray. We're going to be dealing on a whole different level of money, of commodity. We're going to actually be dealing with resources. Okay, and servants, slaves are resources to other nations. They're resources. What the exact thing that Esau, Edom is trying to do on the left-hand side, we're going to do that on the right-hand side. Control and operate the earth. Okay, buying and selling is going to be happening. Okay, requiring lands. Okay, titles to lands, titles to whole nations. Okay, dealing with the priests. We're going to be the priests of the Most High, teaching the other. We're gonna operate on a whole nother level. Something Esau Edom in his wildest dreams, he's trying to accomplish. Let me wrap this up. I'm just gonna read a couple verses here. Starting to get a little bit of traffic, so I don't want to, be swerving and stuff like that. Isaiah 24. So it's very convenient for us to really, the scripture, like I said, the scriptures say, not me, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. So it's really a great thing that the Most High didn't make us rich. When you were a kid, you reminisce like, damn, I wish I was a rapper. I wish I was this, because you see the lifestyle. But really, now that we're of age, boxer, entertainer, athlete. Really, now that we're of age and in the wisdom, knowledge, of understanding, and this truth, we really see that the Most High really, He loved us. He loved us He loved us, and He gave us this truth, which is above all. No riches on the earth is comparable to this wisdom that we have. Okay, especially the understanding of all things that happen from the beginning, the middle, and what's getting ready. Ultimately, the most important, what's getting ready to go down, and what can we do? Because there's always an out. The Most High is not about just destruction. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Okay, so somebody has to be saved. Okay, we know the earth abideth forever, so we've been promised as a nation certain promises. So certain men, women, and children have to fulfill those promises of being the righteous, of being the elect, and the Yahweh Shema Shai willing, we are of that number. We pray, we give diligence. Okay, first of all, we trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. We trust the plan, right? But trust the plan. Let me read a little bit here. Isaiah 24 and 3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled. Right. So why are you building up a nest egg? You try to get comfortable here in Babylon. Buy a property. Okay, you bought a property, but the scriptures say, be as those who buy as those who buy not. You see what I'm saying? Those who sell as those who sell not. Those who have wives as those who have not a wife. Okay, it's a mindset. The truth is a mindset. The understanding is a mindset. Okay, which has to be solidified by faith. Okay. So the land is, we know and believe the land's getting ready to be utterly destroyed. So what manner of man should you ought to be, as the scripture saying in Peter, with that 2 Peter 3. Okay, for the Lord has spoken this word, so we know where we're at. What is that? 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter. Measure thou the time diligently. So we ain't about to be living no old life here in Babylon the Great. You kidding me? Look at the amount of perverseness that's going on. There's no possible way. The Most High will be unjust. The Yahweh Shema Shai will be unjust. All right, if He didn't destroy this place. We're reading the Lord has spoken that this land's getting ready to be desolate. That's a guarantee. You could just see the amount of perverseness. That's an indicator right there. The changing of a kind. The Most High destroyed nations for a lot less. The Most High put people to death. He put a man to death for picking up sticks on the Sabbath. Okay, how much more is going on? You got adult film industry that's just, a multi-billion-dollar, it could be $trillion industry that's booming. Women doing videos online. That OnlyFans. Okay, they literally outright blatantly, chopping the rods off of children. I at least see in my area. I at least see one. If I go outside, I'm gonna see at least one transformer, guaranteed. That's a guarantee. I can guarantee that. I saw one the other day going into. I was in Whole Foods. and it looked all bugged out. I was like, wow. But that's where we're at. Spiritual Sodom. So the Most High is going, just that sin alone, which Sodom means burning. Just that sin alone, the Most High is going to destroy America, just for that sin alone. What it tells you how, in like manner, Babylon the Great is going to be burned with fire like Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to go out like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, by fire. Okay, the Lord going to take this place out. And all these people that hold wealth, we just read it, it's not going to profit you. Okay, first of all, Esau, he about to take all your wealth. It's going to be programmable. you people about to lose. Which the elect are not going to lose, because we don't have anything to lose in this society. Mind you, only thing that's going up is our spirit. See? The only thing that's going up is our spirit. Not even these bodies. We're going to have a different look in the kingdom. We're going to know who each individual is through the spirit, but we're going to know the spirit, but we're going to look different. Okay? We're going to have that perfect body like Yahweh Shai. We're going to be exactly how the Most High designed us. Remember, we have a body in heaven. Hey man, that's going to be crazy in a twinkling of an eye. That's what's on our mind. So conversation like that, I had with the gentleman earlier, that's what sparks us, because ultimately we know the end game. Okay, really the end game is salvation. The end game, the latter end for the elect is salvation, is deliverance, is a kingdom. But let's continue to read how these people of this world, how their spirit is going to be, their soul is going to be in these times where their hope is lost, because they're not looking for a kingdom. Okay, even the concept of heaven it sucks in their minds. The so-called Christian view, when you go in heaven, all you do is pray, and you just with God, and it's love, love, love. Now the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. We're going to be eating, drinking, and giving in marriage. We're going to be playing. And the children of Israel, they love to play. They love to play barbecues and cookouts and trips and party. Yeah, that's going to be done. All we're going to do is have fun. Okay, but right now that's not the time. We got to inherit that. We got to work for that. Okay? The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. They grow tired, they grow weak. That word languish there in the Hebrew is amal, is to grow weak, to grow tired, to droop. Okay, to lose strength, to lose enthusiasm. Pretty much like a depression. And there's a lot of people, I deal in that industry, I talk to people a lot with their mental health. Hey, what's going on with your mental health? They spill the beans. Hey, one more false flag. The majority of these people, they're done. One more false flag, they can't handle it, man. They can't handle one more. All right, and they're on Esau's prescriptions, jacking them up. Okay. The guy, the crypto Jew, he was telling me how, his daughter, he had a liver. Because I was telling him what I do. I deal with the natural way. Man, I wish I would have knew, people like you, before my daughter got that liver transplant. So now she has to take, every day, she has to take a low dosage drug not to reject the liver. So what happens when that, where's most of your prescription drugs, where did it come out of? You ask your average everyday American, where does your prescription drugs come from? The majority of your prescription drugs come from China and India. So you're fucked. If there's any conflict when, pretty much medicines are cut off, or tariffs are laid upon America, just like America would, do tariffs on Iran and stuff, and they'll talk about, this is humanitarian crisis because certain medicines are not able to come into Iran, and the people of Iran are suffering, or whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's Venezuela. Yeah, because certain medicines are made in different parts of the earth, and when you put sanctions, right, tariff sanctions on a nation, they're not able to get those medicines. So just think that happens to here in America, where the majority of the exporting of these medicines and the manufacturing of these medicines are made in China and India. So what is that going to do? See? All right, but hey, brothers, sisters that are on those drugs, you need to pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, okay? Because what the Lord's going to make a way for His elect. You got to get off. You got to, Esau, he'll take the video down, but you know what you got to do. You got to go. You got to go. You got to eat clean. Take the herbs. Take herbal medicine. Okay. That's a different video. But the Lord's going to take care of. I ain't really worried about that. The Lord's going to take care of all that for His elect. The rest of you people, you're done. Okay, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. This is all because of their wickedness. These evils are coming upon these people. Now we're seeing, pretty much the recompense. We're seeing we're pretty much witnessing the reaping of the wicked. What they reap. They can only, the joy of the hypocrites will only last for so long. Okay? They might have not, reaped it in a past life, but now they're reaping it now, whether a 2-year-old child, whether a 40-year-old man in their due season. Now they're reaping all that wickedness. And they're not speaking out against the wickedness in this world. What are they speaking about? What are they talking about? How can they get money? Okay, money is their God. And it just so happens Esau, Edom, he controls all the money. So he's going to use that as a weapon against them. Okay, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Are they they change in kind. They tell you that in Wisdom of Solomon. They literally, doing the surgeries, and that's crazy, but it's written. This is the type of activity that's going on, and this is what's going on. Therefore has the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. When the missiles start flying, the Most High is going to take all of America out. There's a lot of people here, man. There's a lot of, and you got more immigrants coming into this country, whether they from China, whether they from India. You got a lot of Chinese, a lot of Indians, East Indians, with the Western Asians, what they call them, South Asians, or West Asians. Okay, West Asians. When you go on that continent, okay, because that's all part of Asia. Esau classified them as West Asians, if I'm not mistaken. Right? You got a lot of Central and South Americans coming up. Okay, you got a lot of Haitians coming up, so-called Haitians, Simeonites coming up. Because the borders are wide open. They're either coming up, our people, they're either coming up to be destroyed, or coming up because they're here to be delivered here in America. But if you're not part of that elect, you're going to be completely destroyed, okay? Therefore, I read that the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. So these people that are sitting comfortable, he said, I've been living off grid for five years. I got, chickens, rent, cattle. This, he living good, okay? But he works within the city. He's making that money. Okay, he's and he deal with small hats with money. They love money. That's one thing you can spot a small hat is when you start talking about money. They eyes light up. They love making money. Okay, which the love of money is the root of all evil. So you see them, these elites. So all the merry heart, all the people that have have somewhat that are doing good, even you Jays that are not doing good, you just love being a slave here in America because you can just barely get by, and that's okay with you. You're gonna sigh. The only ones that are going to be rejoicing is that Isaiah 65, right? My servant shall eat, my servant shall drink, my servant shall rejoice, and ye shall weep, right? The only ones that are going to rejoice are the elect, because this is all, because our world is coming. See, what keeps us going is the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, and the promise, okay, and the understanding that our world is all we gotta do is hold on. We gotta suffer it, okay, and this world is pure hell, but we have enough hope to know even when it gets bad, it's only going to get better for the elect. It's going to get real bad, but ultimately, at the end of that, right, it's going to get real good. It's going to be the best. So that's what's going to keep us going, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, our faith. Okay? It says, the mirth of the tabrets cease. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. Everything's going to stop. All the joy is going to stop. A lot of death is going to be in the air, in the mist. All right, the love of many is already waxing cold. So how much more when we're actually in the evil day? Okay. It says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And so the alcohol is not going to even hit. That's how, because you drink it, alcohol's a depressant. So you drink your sorrows away. That's not gonna help. That's the time we're coming into, okay? And we know. Should we be building up, trying to get money? And the scriptures talk about the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Should we be trying to get money, trying to solidify a good paying job? We very well understand this whole system is getting ready to collapse. It's collapsing actually. It's a demolition. It's a demolition right before the eyes of the world, especially right before the eyes of Jake. Jake don't know what the fuck is going on. But you talk to Esau. Esau, he knows. He checks things out. That's why you can have a good conversation with Esau on politics, on world dynamics, on geopolitical issues, on world issues. You can have a conversation even though you disagree. You can still speak objectively. But Jake is emotional. He's like, yeah, man, I like to hear other people's opinions, so I can think too, so I can see another point, right? Jake is emotional. All they care about is the next party, where the weed at. Okay, they trying to hit the next lick. They ain't worried about nothing, okay? They hearing the prophets, they negating the prophet, they want to be a rapper. You see what I'm saying? They want to do this, they want to do that. So you see how this is going to take Jake by surprise. And Jake love their life, so what? They gonna bow the knee. That's a guarantee. Okay? The city, let me read two or three more verses. The city of confusion is broken down. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There's a crying. Everything is going to get stopped. Okay, global trade is getting ready to be stopped. Okay, there's a crying for wine in the streets. Now there's going to be some certain level of goods and services being moved, but it's going to be real. It's going to be regulated, controlled, and tight, and you got to be part of that system. There's a crying for wine in the streets, right? There's a crying for wisdom. There's a crying for what the hell is going on? What's our next move? It's going to be a crying for the truth, because it's going to be nothing but lies. The government's going to be actively lying to you. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation. Give me a second. I'm in a little windy. Give me a second. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. All right. So I'm gonna close it there. Pray that lesson was edifying. Until next time. Shalom to the elect.